This is experiential. I thank God I remembered it. Don't allow Satan to destroy the pattern. That sustain God's presence around you. Wherever God is pattern, is wherever God is found, and He's doing mighty work, men have already created pattern that can bring Him. Women have already created pattern, not only that can bring Him, but to sustain Him. So people who want to be great on earth, who want to be great, they use their life to create pattern. Maybe you know that every Saturday evening we're not going to be here. Throughout Saturday we will not be here. And you know that everything I taught in the week, by the time you eat breakfast, you're going to sit down on reading table to go through your notes and then to study and listen. And this is something you do 3 hours on every Saturday, and you have done it for 6 years. That is a pattern. There is a place you go to kneel before the Lord between 4 and 6 every morning. That's a pattern. Every Sunday, you must find a way to bring a tithe to the altar. Even if the tithe is 500 naira. 100. Not too small. As long as that money came into your hand. That's a pattern. Now, when pattern is created, people start seeing. And then God follows pattern to come to people. And then God stays with pattern people created, rather than your paper. Your greatness is in your pattern. Ordinary lives don't create pattern. When you hear a God, it means a patterned life. There cannot be greatness if pattern is not created. When Satan want to attack you, he will start going to the pattern that is attracting God's favor to you. You know, some of us, you don't know there are things that cannot happen to you again. You don't know. Now, when Satan want to ridicule you, he will inspire, he will cause you to destroy that pattern that is keeping him away from you. Maybe you're hearing me now, and you don't fall sick. You think it's by your power. And it is not just by your power. It is a pattern you have already created that fenced Satan out of you. Just am I not kind? I said it is a pattern that you have created that fenced out of your life. And then through that pattern you raise a wall. And then you are now that cannot allow shame in your life. Now, why I'm leaving it, I will like you to please find out the pattern it is you are created, or the pattern you will create. You see, because if you want to be a billionaire, you have to create a suitable pattern that can bring the money. I say you have to create You have to create a stable pattern that can give you what you're looking for. Let me tell you what happened to Samson. Delilah didn't just make Samson blind. Delilah destroyed the pattern of Samson. Satan can introduce somebody into your life just to destroy the pattern. The pattern you have with God. The way you should live, the way you should do things, the quantity of food you eat, when you should eat. There is no miracle on earth that cannot follow pattern. The size of your miracle is described in pattern. There are people that have great height. Now, when people are paying tithe 1/10, they pay 3/10. That is their pattern. That is their what? That is their pattern. They pay 3/10 of their tithe. Somebody is struggling with 1. Somebody is paying tithe. Somebody is paying 3, 30%. Somebody is struggling with 1. You are not the same thing. But you're paying 30 because that is your pattern. That is an altar you're raising to bring you the kind of money you want. So it is personal to you and your God. It's a pattern. Church, is it great?
Yes, sir.
Is it not a great teaching?
Much.
If you look at the book of Numbers, chapter 6, God was saying to Israel about the Nazarite. He said, when a Jew take a vow of a Nazarite, this is what will not happen. This is what will not happen. That was one of the problems of Samson. They saw an animal. They saw a lion that died. And tomorrow night there is a honey. They were warning Samson. I said, don't take honey. Don't take that honey. He said, you're a Nazarite. You're a Nazarite too. If you understand pattern, there are things people will do. It's not for you. Because your pattern has separated you from that. You can't do that. That is not religion. That is power. Destroy pattern. Destroy pattern that sustain evil around us. That's another cause. If I tell you this now, you will understand what I'm trying to say. There is no man that is suffering you see on a suffering. Or you enter into the family and people are poor. The people that are poor, you know, they have created pattern for Satan to stay with them. I said, what have they said they did? They have created pattern already. And if they create pattern, Satan will never go away from that house. Satan will stay in that pattern now. There are human beings that doesn't have anything, no, but they have already created a pattern of comfort. They have created pattern of comfort. He say, I'm not shepherd. We have to take it easy. Wherever there is a great miracle, there's a pattern that attracted it. If you hear that God has blessed somebody exceptionally, watch the life close. And then if you hear that somebody is delayed, watch the person close. There's a pattern that sustains Satan. I said there is a pattern that sustains Satan. Now, if that pattern is not broken, Satan will always be around. And then the sign of Satan, the signs of Satan will be seen. I said the what? The signs of Satan will be seen because the pattern will always sustain him. So I said, if there are such pattern, tonight you should crack it. Now, if you look at your brothers, maybe there is no good houses among your brothers. Check their life.